Hello and welcome to today's news and notes as we cover the news and notes that happened in the last week of the League of Legends ecosystem. Not a lot really happened as we're now really in the full swing of things when it comes to the major regions. Not a lot of teams are making moves. We'll go over the couple that did happen, some minor region power rankings that I do weekly, giving the minor regions some love. Right now, the PCS and VCS are not playing. That's why they're not ranked here. Next week they will be in this though because the PCS will be starting on the 1st of July. So expect my PCS minor region preview video to come out this week, and I'm just going to get the Vietnamese one out of the way. I don't know when they're starting, but I do not want it to sneak up on me and miss it. So if rosters are wrong, rosters end up being wrong. Nevertheless, that's kind of the deal. So KT Vikla returns. He was inactive. I don't really know why, and now he is active. Arya has been okay. KT has definitely looked like DRX has performed really well, actually better than expected. But KT, I believe, is the fourth best team in the LCK at times. With Vikla in the lineup, Arya I think leaves a little bit to be desired, but nevertheless, Arya's been okay and fit the meta enough. Fred at Breon, 0-4. They are 0-8 on the split. They called up Raptor from Academy Challengers. Raptor played a couple games last split. He's only 17 years old, I believe, so he's very young. And his stats look good in Academy. Through 8 games, a 5.44 KDA, 5.36 CS per minute, 73 KP, so 5.5 is where you want your CS per minute, definitely higher at a lower level of play, but 73 KP makes up for it. He's making things happen. 18.5 kill share, 17.7 gold share, doing what he has to do with the gold he gets. 4 champions in 8 games. Umpty, however, not doing that bad. 5.61 CS per minute, 79 KP. The team has bigger problems than Umpty. The team's style of play is the problem. They play not to lose instead of trying to win. And if you are against a team that does not loot like int in your face, Fred at Breon's going to continue to lose. So Raptor is nice and, fresh young blood in there. Maybe he makes more things happen for them in the early to mid game, so they're no longer just waiting for the game to go to 40 minutes and flip a coin, because that's pretty much how they play if the other team doesn't punch them in the mouth first and knock them out in 25 minutes. I am very anti-Fred at Breon, and it's not anything to do with the players. It is the style of play. It is just so bad. And like I said, the PCS plays on July 1st, so that's there. Minor region power rankings. So the LCO played this morning. I do not include those in my minor region power rankings because their week 4 begins today. So everybody here has played through 3 weeks except Japan. They've played through 1. This was their first week this past week. When I get into my power rankings Thursday, if a smaller region team does make the list, it will include the games from today and tomorrow if it's an Oceania team. So, first, Chief Esports Club, 6-0 coming into today. They are very good. Last split, they were very good and ended up inting in the playoffs and losing. Arthur, 8-2-9 in the jungle for them, leading the way. Direwolves, 4-2. I believe they lost to Chief Esports Club last week, so that's one of their losses. Dante, 13-6-15, and you may be wondering, why are LCO teams all across the top? Well, I have accounted for the LCO not being as strong as other minor regions. It's just the fact that these teams are dominating their region big time when they win. Pentanet GG. Their only loss is to Direwolf, and they've lost to Direwolves and Chief Esports Club, I believe. Like, it is very top heavy in the LCO. Balkan has been phenomenal for PGG so far at 4-2. He went 17-5-21 last week. I'm pretty sure that he was also on this board prior, doing very well for PGG. The first Japanese team is not Detonation Focus Me. They were on Struggle Street, and I believe they lost to Senku Gaming on Saturday. So Senku Gaming is 2-0. Once in the jungle, 4-0-14. I believe he had matching 207s on Wukong in both games. So starting off the split strong. They are leading the way in Japan. Well, tied, which we'll get to the team they're tied with. Topping the CBLOL charts right now is Red Canids at 5-1. Cheeton went 14-2-17 this past week. He did play an Ash yesterday, and I had to search high and low for the VOD because Leaguepedia did not have the scoreboards up. So if those stats are wrong, it's because the end of game, I don't remember if there were kills around the Nexus, but if there were, that's not listed here because the scoreboard was gone. Furia Esports lost their first match of the split this past week. They are 5-1. Netuno went 7-3-7 this past week. I believe they lost to Renska Esports, which I thought Renska was going to be really good this past split. Going into this split, according to my stats, they were going to be good. And the stats led me astray. They are not good. But nevertheless, Furia Esports has come out strong. Better than Kaboom and Pain Gaming thus far this split in Brazil. 7th, we have Nasser Turkey leading the Turkish League at 6-0. Balulu went 9-1-12 this past week, pulling out a Vel'Koz in one of the games. That might have been 9-1-21. I'm not 100% sure. But nevertheless, he pulled out a Vel'Koz one game and was very dominant. Balulu is a player that we've known for a long time. If you have followed international play, he is a name that you know, and that's something. I think I've said this before. Specifically, I think about Balulu in Turkey. You know, Holy Phoenix, and then you look at guys like White Lotus and Cheeton and BRTT back in the day, and they're just players that they're like, oh, these guys are from smaller regions, but they constantly show up at international events. You know who they are, and Balulu is one of those guys. Axis in LJL started 2-0. Songchu went 11-2-13 in the 80 carry role for the Japanese squad. Astral Esports went 0-2 this past week, falling to 4-2. So dropping in the minor region power rankings and definitely probably dropping out of the top 25. Right now, second in Latin America. The algorithm still favors them. Obviously, I want to say minor region power rankings, all algorithm based. I've not watched any of them play. So that is why it's algorithm based. It would not be right to swap teams when I don't see how they play. Maybe Astral Esports had a bad weekend for some reason. I don't know. Because the reason why I also say this, because they lost to Isurus yesterday, and I have Isurus ranked below them. But the stats indicate that Astralis had a better split thus far. Boogie went 14-9-15 despite being 0-2, which is pretty damn impressive. I think his Vi had 11 kills or something, which is wild. And Boogie came over from, I believe, Japan. Maybe not. Thought he came from Japan. So, very good player. And Astral Esports, still kicking up there. And last is Isurus. Isurus beat Astral, like I said. They're 5-1 on the split. Gravado went 16-1-9 this past week in the 80 carry role. So 16-1-9, very good performance out of him. And that's it for your minor region power rankings for the week. We'll see if any of these teams end up in the top 25 come Thursday. Top predictors. So I do this every week where I shout out the top predictors. If you follow my sneak peek series, which I try and get out every day, but it seems that the last couple Saturdays have been tough. You predict the winner, you get a point. If you predict the series, whether it's 2-0 or 2-1, you get a bonus point. And when it comes to LEC and LCS, if you get all 5 right, you get a bonus 3 points. And Wolilo was able to hit on those bonuses this past week. So he's 59-17, or sorry, I should not assume he, she, they. That is not accurate. They went 59-17 with 80 points. Steven Dreesen went 44-16 for 61. Forsland is 40-20 at 57. Protex 29-15 at 35 points. Lucas Bergstrom is 20-5, pretty good score with 28 points. John Unafree 22-14, 28 points. Eric Dantas has not participated in the last week. However, he is. That's another. Shouldn't assume. They are 15-0. with 24 points. Chow Victor, 16-3, 24 points. Altarita, 12-4 with 19, and X Legend 10-4 with 15. So thank you for participating. I hope you continue to participate in the Sneak Peek series. I believe we have 19 participants so far this split, so more people keep joining. Some people stop, and I understand that my videos are not coming out regular time all the time, so I understand when people can't get to them, but if you participate, I do keep the stats and I keep track of it. So thank you for watching this video. Comment down below if you have any opinions of your own. If you watch these minor regions, please give me some insight on these smaller region teams and how they're doing. If you have any opinion on the KT or Bro situations, do that as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for more content.